Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the news tonight on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are this evening's headlines. Both houses of parliament continue discussion on the motion of thanks on President's address. Opposition parties corner the government on the issue of demonetization and surgical strikes. Way ahead cleared for Shashikala Natarajan to become next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, but there is not clarity yet on when she will be sworn in. Political bigwigs continue their campaigns in Uttar Pradesh ahead of the first phase of polling on February 11th. Akhilesh, Rahul, Mayawati and Rajnath address rallies. US President Donald Trump takes on the court system of the country after his travel ban is put on hold. Relieved immigrants take advantage of legal uncertainty to enter the US. And BCCI cleansing continues. Committee of Administrators sack employees appointed by former President Anurag Thakur. Nishant Arora quits as the board's media manager. Well, the upper house resumed a discussion on the motion of thanks on the president's address on Monday. Opposition parties sought to corner the government on demonetization and claimed that the decision has disrupted the economy of the nation. The opposition also slammed the government for allegedly dismantling the established institutions of the country. The government's penchant for catchy phrases and innovative publicity also came under attack.
ओवर पब्लिसिटी हर चीज में नुकसान करती है। आपने बहुत ज्यादा सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक, 3 बार सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक हमारी सरकार में हुई थी, उसके बाद आर्मी का काम है करते, ऐसा लगा पहली बार हुआ है। हमें तो ये घबराहट हुई कि इस्लामाबाद पे कब्जा हो गया क्या, जिस तरह से वक्त हंगामा चारों तरफ से पता नहीं लगा था। ये तो इंदिरा जी ने जब युद्ध लड़ा था 71 का तब नहीं किया होगा। जिस तरह का लग रहा था कि पूरा कोई गदा लिए, रक्षा मंत्री गदा लिए आगरा में खड़े हैं, कोई बाण लिए खड़ा हुआ, कोई कुछ नहीं, पता नहीं क्या क्या कर दिया कि आखिर में एक जनरल को खड़े होकर बोलना पड़ा कि भाई साहब ये तो पहले भी हो चुकी।
कश्मीर का मामला जो है उसमें कहीं ना कहीं ये महसूस होना चाहिए, ऐसा लगना चाहिए, एक जसवंत सिन्हा के नेतृत्व में वहां लोग गए थे, वो सरकार से हम सब लोगों से आग्रह करके कह रहे हैं कि यही वक्त है जिस पर बातचीत करके रास्ता निकालना चाहिए, और बातचीत हर तरह के लोगों के साथ करिए। किसी की सरकारें रही हो, लेकिन उन सरकारों ने उन समस्याओं का समाधान करने का काम किया। लेकिन अकेला इस बार जो है वो आपने कश्मीर के मामले में आपने सारा का सारा जो अलायंस किया, उस अलायंस में जितने भी सवाल रखे उसमें से एक बात पर भी कदम को उठाने का आपने काम नहीं किया।
Many things have actually been endorsed and legalized. Why do you say this? There's more money than what was demonetized that is coming into your banks today. What does that mean? That all your black money that was held as stock in the country, all the black money held as stock in the country has now been converted into white. All the illicit counterfeit money that you have in our country has been legalized. Now, what was the objective? You said that will reduce your terrorist funding. After your surgical strikes, the number of our Jawans who are sacrificing their lives to defend us, while we are proud of them and we salute them, the number of them who lost their lives in terrorist attacks has doubled.
Well, the discussion on the motion of thanks on the President's address continued in the Lok Sabha as well. In the lower house, there was a heated exchange between the government and the opposition. As Tourism Minister Mahesh Sharma began the discussion, he talked about the Modi government's achievements, but Congress leader Mallikarjuna Kharge was quick to counter each and every claim.
तमाम रिपोर्ट्स है कि जो गरीबी की रेखा के नीचे रहने वाले लोग हैं वो सबसे ज्यादा इस समाज में पाए जाते हैं। अब इसके लिए इसको कहने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम गरीबों की विकास की बात कर रहे हैं, गरीबों के एम्पावरमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, गरीबों के सशक्तिकरण की बात कर रहे हैं। तो उपसभापति महोदय, गरीबों के सशक्तिकरण के लिए हम ईमानदार राजनीतिक इच्छा शक्ति के साथ, और ये हमारा जो है वो राजधर्मी नहीं है बल्कि राष्ट्रीय कर्तव्य है, और उस राष्ट्रीय कर्तव्य को हम पूरा कर रहे हैं। ये वोट का सौदा नहीं है बल्कि विकास का मसौदा है।
Moving on, well, the discussion on the motion of thanks on the President's address continued in the Lok Sabha as well, and in the lower house there was a heated exchange between the government and the opposition. Let's take a look now.
Beginning the discussion on the motion of thanks on the President's address in Lok Sabha, Tourism Minister Mahesh Sharma defended the demonetization decision. He also counted one rank, one pension as one of Modi government's biggest achievements.
एक दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति के साथ सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक करी, लौटकर हमारे सैनिक सुरक्षित वापस आए।
Sharma also criticized the opposition for questioning the surgical strikes conducted on the terror havens inside POK, saying it should support the government on issues of national importance.
कि अपने देश के लिए प्राण न्यौछावर करने वाले सैनिकों को भी अपनी राष्ट्रभक्ति का सबूत मांगने का काम आप इस विपक्ष ने किया है।
In response, Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge refuted each claim by producing figures. First, he questioned the government over merging the railway budget into the union budget. He also said that the government's policies had made the public sector unreliable, citing the increased number of rail accidents.
एक साल में, पिछले साल में 62 डिरेलमेंट्स हुए हैं, जो उसके पहले के साल से अगर कंपेयर करते हैं तो 70% ज्यादा है। जो रेल एक्सीडेंट हुए हैं 70% more than your own previous year. तो आप कितने एफिशिएंटली इसको चला रहे हैं, इससे ही मालूम होता है। और ये आंकड़े आपके हैं, मेरे नहीं हैं।
Kharge also questioned the government's policies for the poor and the downtrodden.
48,000 crores allotment हुआ, लेकिन ये बहुत कम है। मैं आपको इसलिए कह रहा हूं कि सबसे ज्यादा पैसा आपने दिया, या आपने कहा, लेकिन आपके सामने मैं आंकड़े रखूंगा। आज के दिन में इसको कम से कम 90,000 करोड़ रखना चाहिए। अगर मैंडेस 90,000 करोड़, अगर आप इसको ठीक ढंग से चलाना चाहते हैं।
Kharge's speech was disrupted by the BJP several times. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Anant Kumar cited rules to ask Kharge to end his speech.
Rule 352, a member while speaking shall not refer to any matter, make personal reference by way of making an allegation, imputing a motive. I am reading now, I am reading. To or questioning the bona fides of any other member of the House, unless it be imperatively necessary for the purpose of the debate, being itself a matter in issue or relevant thereto.
However, the speaker allowed Kharge to finish his speech. Shyam Sundar's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Shashikala Natarajan is all set to take over as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, but when that will happen is a mystery. Speculation was rife about the AIADMK General Secretary taking charge tomorrow, but there was no official word from the party in this regard. Meanwhile, a PIL was filed in the Supreme Court seeking to restrain the swearing-in of Shashikala on Tuesday.
A day after it became clear that Shashikala Natarajan will be the next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, there are two clear hurdles in her way. One, the voices of dissent against her being elevated, and second, the disproportionate assets case against her. On Monday, the Supreme Court said it is ready to decide whether the 61-year-old is guilty of conspiring with J. Jayalalitha to accumulate vast amounts of wealth far exceeding their known sources of income in the early 90s. But the case is only one of her problems. She is also fighting open rebellion, albeit from those who are now outside the party.
So it is purely an emergency situation at Tamil Nadu because she has not done anything to the party. She has not worked for the party. My youth, Tamil Nadu youth will not allow her. My people, Tamil Nadu people will not allow her. Because already she has been proved that in the lower court she is a criminal.
Soon after news of her elevation surfaced, public reaction has poured in on social media. Leaders from across the political spectrum also panned the decision. Former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram took to Twitter to say that even though it was the right of AIADMK MLAs to elect their leader, the people of the state had the right to ask if the leader deserves to be CM.
Shashikala was had never contested in any elections. Shashikala had never been in a party position when Jayalalitha was active. So the problem is that the people's mandate, whether it is for Shashikala or not, is a question. See, people, no political party can go against the wishes of the people.
People are very upset of the happenings in Tamil Nadu. Suddenly, Mr. Pannirselvam tenders his resignation, and suddenly the ADMK legislators elect Mrs. Sasikala as their leader. And Mrs. Sasikala is not even an MLA and has no administrative experiences in the last so many years. So this is very unfortunate happening here.
Shashikala Natarajan's path was cleared after O. Pannirselvam tendered his resignation on Sunday, citing personal reasons. AIADMK MLAs then met and elected Shashikala as their leader. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, let's now shift focus and get you the latest from the election-bound states in verdict 2017. Well, with the first phase of Uttar Pradesh Assembly polls barely a week away, campaigning is in full swing in the state. Addressing a rally in Sitapur district, Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav thanked the crowd for supporting his party. He also ridiculed the Achhe Din promise of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Campaigning on the forthcoming elections, Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav on Monday thanked the crowd for having faith in the Samajwadi Party. Addressing a rally at Sitapur Sidoli, he said this election will reveal which party works seriously for the people of the state. Among other developmental issues, Akhilesh also reminded people about the prompt ambulance services started by his government.
सिदौली की जनता ने कभी भी समाजवादी लोगों को निराश नहीं किया। सिदौली की जनता ने हमेशा सम्मान बढ़ाने का काम समाजवादियों का किया है। सरकार इसलिए बढ़ाना चाहते हैं कि जो काम होना शुरू हुआ है, हम और तेजी से इसको बढ़ाना चाहते हैं। जो सड़कें बनी, जो पुल बना, जो बिजली का इंतजाम हुआ, जो इलाज का इंतजाम करने जाना चाहते हैं, वो और तेजी से हम करना चाहते हैं। इसे बिना आपकी मदद के, बिना आपके सहयोग के संभव नहीं है।
Taking on the BJP again, Akhilesh stated that the demonetization drive implemented by PM Modi caused hardships to everyone and people were forced to stand in the long queues for hours.
आपने सुना होगा प्रधानमंत्री जी का भाषण भी। पता नहीं प्रधानमंत्री जी कौन सी बात कह के जा रहे हैं, पता नहीं कौन सी बातें कह रहे हैं। हमें और आपको तो वो दिन याद है जब ये बीजेपी के लोग अच्छे दिनों का वादा करके चले गए थे। बताओ बीजेपी के लोग अच्छे दिन का वादा किए थे कि नहीं किए थे? और सबको लाइन में लगा दिया। ये 500,000 रुपया बंद कर दिया। सब लोगों को तकलीफ हुई, परेशानी हुई।
Uttar Pradesh will vote for a new government in the 7-phase elections to be held between February 11th and March 8th. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, on an election tour around Uttar Pradesh, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi also took a jibe at Prime Minister Narendra Modi while promising multifold development in the state if the Congress-SP alliance is voted to power.
With just days to go for the first phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh, all political parties have upped their campaign game. Addressing a rally in Shamli, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi praised Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav for the work done in the state, also saying that the alliance between the Samajwadi Party and Congress is for the betterment of the state.
अखिलेश ने अच्छा काम किया। गठबंधन के साथ और अच्छा काम होने वाला है और तेजी से काम होने वाला है। ये गठबंधन उत्तर प्रदेश के भविष्य का आईना है। इसमें उत्तर प्रदेश के युवा अपना भविष्य देख पाएंगे। ये जो हमारा गठबंधन है, दो युवाओं का गठबंधन है, मगर यूपी के हर युवा के लिए ये गठबंधन दिल से अपना खून पसीना देकर काम करेगा।
He also attacked Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accusing him of leaving farmers to fend for themselves. He said that instead of giving 1,10,000 rupees to various families, he should have utilized the amount for the development or should have given it to the youth.
दुख है जो किसान दिल्ली सरकार की ओर देखता है, मोदी जी की ओर देखता है, मोदी जी से सवाल पूछता है, मेरी मदद आप कब करोगे? और मोदी जी उनको एक सेकंड अपना समय नहीं देते। 30 दिन उत्तर प्रदेश में मैंने दौरा किया, कर्जा माफी की बात उठाई। नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 1,10,000 करोड़ रुपया 50 परिवारों का माफ किया है, मगर किसान के लिए वो 1 रुपया कर्जा माफ नहीं कर सकते।
Samajwadi Party and Congress got together to form a grand alliance to fight the 2017 Assembly elections, projecting it as the representative of the youth. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The BSP chief Mayawati on Monday expressed confidence that the people of Uttar Pradesh have decided to make the BSP win. She also claimed that her party will get absolute majority and form the next government. Addressing an election rally in Agra, she attacked the ruling Samajwadi Party, saying the Akhilesh Yadav government has wasted a lot of money on advertisements and hardly a portion of it on development. She also launched a scathing attack on the BJP over its demonetization drive and said that crores of people have lost their jobs due to the note ban. Taking on her critics, she assured the crowd that if her party came back to power, she would not build any more statues and parks.
मुझे ये पूरा भरोसा हो गया है कि अब इस चुनाव में बीएसपी की ही अकेले अपनी पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनने के लिए जा रही है, जिसे आप ध्यान से सुनो, जिसे बीजेपी ने अंदर अंदर स्वीकार भी कर लिया है। और अब बीजेपी यहाँ वास्तव में सपा व कांग्रेस गठबंधन से दूसरे व्यक्ति से नंबर पर आने के लिए ही ये चुनाव लड़ रही है। ऐसी स्थिति में अब यहाँ प्रदेश में बीएसपी की ही अकेले पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनना लगभग तय है।
Meanwhile, Home Minister Rajnath Singh also addressed a rally in Kashganj district. Speaking at the rally, he attacked the Akhilesh Yadav government for the poor law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh and claimed that women are not safe in the state. Rajnath also announced that his party would waive off loans of all small farmers if the BJP is voted to power in the state. Well, just days before Uttar Pradesh goes to polls for the first phase, Urban Development Minister Venkaiah Naidu on Monday accused the Akhilesh Yadav-led Samajwadi Party of misusing the administration and its officers for manipulating the polls in the state. The minister also added that some district magistrates in the state were serving at the same place for over 4 years in different positions. Naidu said this after meeting Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi along with the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi and other delegates. The delegation also demanded the replacement of Chief Secretary, Director General and Additional Director General of Police in order to ensure free and fair elections.
इलेक्शन कमीशन से हमारा आशा है एक्शन लेंगे, चीफ सेक्रेटरी को बदलना है, डीजीपी को बदलना है, एडिशनल डीजीपी को बदलना है और जो डीएम्स पार्टीजान व्यवहार कर रहे हैं उन लोगों को तुरंत वहां से हटा के और निष्पक्ष अधिकारियों को वहां नियुक्त करना चाहिए और जो लोग बाहर गए भयभीत होके उन लोगों को आश्वासन देना चाहिए वो लोग वापस आवे, अपना मतदान उस दिन वो सदुपयोग करने के लिए उनको व्यवस्था होना चाहिए। और कुछ टेंशन इलाका है उसके बारे में भी हमने कह दिया सीआरपीएफ को और सेंट्रल फोर्सेस को वहाँ फ्लैग मार्च करना चाहिए जहाँ जहाँ ऐसा भयानक वातावरण है ऐसी इलाका में।
Well, moving on now, let's bring you a roundup of some national news in nationwide. AAP leader and Delhi Commission for Women Chief Swati Maliwal has been granted bail by a special court in Delhi. This is in a connection with the alleged irregularities in the recruitment process of women's panel at DCW. A special judge said that the evidence in the matter was documentary and Maliwal was not required for custodial interrogation. She was granted bail on a personal bond of 20,000 rupees and a surety of like amount. The Supreme Court has directed the central government to register details of identity of every mobile user within a year. The Apex Court said that there are over 100 crore mobile subscribers, while making it mandatory for all mobile subscribers to have their phone number linked to Aadhaar without fail within 1 year. The court also directed the centre to devise a way so that each person with a prepaid SIM would have to fill and deposit a form whenever he or she recharges. The Supreme Court has asked the Central Pollution Control Board, Environment Pollution Control Authority, Delhi government and the states of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan to hold a meeting within 2 weeks and come out with a comprehensive plan to check pollution in the national capital. A bench also asked the centre to implement the ban on furnace oil and pet coke used by industries in the NCR region in 4 weeks. The Supreme Court has imposed a cost of 30,000 rupees on the centre for not filing its reply to a PIL alleging that minority benefits are being enjoyed by majority Muslims in Jammu and Kashmir. A bench comprising Chief Justice J.S. Keher and Justice N.V. Ramanna allowed the counsel for the centre to file the response after depositing the cost within 2 weeks. The bench also noted that a fine of 15,000 rupees was also imposed last time for the same reason. Well, moving on to some international news now. US President Donald Trump has accused the court system of endangering the country after his controversial travel ban was put on hold on Friday. Attacking the federal judge who blocked his travel ban, Trump said Americans should blame the courts if something happened. Meanwhile, due to the prevailing legal uncertainty, many people from the 7 banned countries entered the US over the weekend. With the legal uncertainty over a travel ban imposed by President Donald Trump, several people were able to enter the United States despite being from the banned countries. They heaved a sigh of relief as the customs process was smooth and quick, in contrast to the past week when many were not even allowed to board their flights to the US due to the travel ban.
I feel very grateful to be here and be able to go back to school, and I'm very grateful for everybody who supported this whole last week. Thank you.
Meanwhile, the president stepped up his criticism of the country's court system, accusing it of putting the country in peril. On Twitter, Trump attacked the federal judge who blocked his travel ban, saying Americans should blame the courts if something happened. Trump also said he had instructed border officials to check people entering America very carefully. Vice President Mike Pence, meanwhile, defended the executive order on the travel ban, saying it was based on solid constitutional and legal ground.
The American people know that the threats that we face are real, and they elected President Donald Trump for many reasons, but one of them was for us to rethink our immigration policies relative to ensuring that people who represent a threat to our families and communities don't come into this country. We'll continue to press that, and we remain very confident that the President's actions are on solid constitutional and legal ground.
Meanwhile, supporters and opponents of Trump faced off in front of Trump Towers in New York on Sunday, reflecting the growing division over the issue.
I prefer thinking of people as individuals, and I think Trump really does look that way. Despite how colorful and the things he says, I still believe that he's really the one person who could make some serious change in this country.
We do not agree with racism. We do not agree with anti-gays. We do not agree with discrimination.
The ban affecting people from 7 Islamic countries was blocked by Seattle's federal judge on Friday. The White House and 2 U.S. states challenging the ban have been given a deadline of Monday to present more arguments. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television. Well, here's a roundup of the other international news and global buzz. Floods in Peru have severely damaged the township of Huachipa and affected the local residents' normal lives. The floods in Peru have already killed 14 people, left 1 missing and injured several others. Homes of over 30,000 people have been damaged and more than 8 lakh people do not have enough water supply. The Peruvian government has declared a state of emergency for 60 days following the natural disaster. More than 100 people have been killed in a series of avalanches triggered by days of heavy snowfall around Afghanistan. worst hit has been the remote Nuristan province, where 53 casualties were reported. Bad weather and deep snow is hampering efforts of rescue workers to reach the isolated villages, raising fears the toll could rise sharply. Chinese police today detained a manager of the foot massage parlor where at least 18 people were killed and 18 others injured in a major fire in China's Zhejiang province. The fire broke out in Zuxingtang foot massage parlor in Tiantai County on Sunday, and it was extinguished in less than 2 hours. Meanwhile, the cause of the fire is not known yet and the investigation into the accident is underway. An Afghan diplomat was allegedly killed by a security guard who opened fire inside the Afghanistan consulate in Karachi in Pakistan. Diplomat Mohammad Zaki was the third secretary at the Afghan consulate. The security guard has been arrested by the police and the area has been cordoned off. Well, moving on to some sports news now. The Supreme Court appointed committee of administrators sacked some more employees of the BCCI on Monday. The committee, which took over the running of the cricket board on January 30th, sacked employees appointed by former BCCI President Anurag Thakur and Secretary Ajay Shirke after a meeting held on February 1st. BCCI CEO Rahul Johri will oversee the appointments and tenure of other BCCI officials. Meanwhile, the Indian cricket team's media manager Nishant Arora tendered his resignation following the committee's decision that the Delhi office of the BCCI would be shut down. Arora, who served for 18 months, tendered his resignation on Sunday evening after he was offered a shift to the BCCI Cricket Centre in Mumbai. Arora's resignation comes after the removal of former BCCI President Anurag Thakur and Secretary Ajay Shirke by the Apex Court for failing to implement the Justice R.M. Lodha committee recommendations. There's a roundup with the other sports news in Sports Beat. India defeated Malaysia 2-0 to win the gold medal in the boys team event at the Asian Junior Squash Championship in Hong Kong. This was the second title for Indian boys, the earlier being in 2011 when they defeated arch rivals Pakistan in Colombo. India beat Australia by 128 runs in the T20 World Cup cricket for blind in Kochi. Electing to bat first, India scored 272 runs in the stipulated 20 overs. In return, Australia could score 144 runs at the loss of 6 wickets. Cameroon came from behind to beat Egypt 2-1 in a thrilling final to lift their 5th Africa Cup of Nations trophy. Nicholas Onkulu cancelled out his first half opener from Mohamed El Neni. Cameroon substitute Vincent Abubakar then swept in the winner 2 minutes from time to send his team into wild celebrations. Britain reached the Davis Cup quarterfinals in bizarre circumstances on Sunday when Canada's Denis Shapovalov defaulted for inadvertently blasting a ball into the umpire's face. 17-year-old Shapovalov was 2 sets down against Kyle Edmund in the 5th and deciding rubber when he hammered the ball away in a fit of rage and it struck umpire Arnaud Gabas, who was unable to continue. Well, that's it on this edition of the newscast. Good night.